who can engage his or her senses in the service of the Lord? Those who have purified their senses. As such, impure senses engage only in material activity or sense gratification. It is quite natural for the senses to be engaged in material activities as long as they are impure. Now, what is this impurity of the senses? The impurity of the senses is the desire to enjoy materially, is the desire to lord it over material nature, is the desire to take the position of Krishna in this world, desire to be the Lord. So this desire is the basis of impure senses acting for some sense enjoyment. So the way to purify the senses is not exactly to simply stop all material activities, because that is again an artificial attempt to become free from material desires. Because it is the nature of the soul to be always active. Therefore, Prabhupada says here, it is the transcendental dynamic force of the spirit soul. Devotional service is described very nicely by Prabhupada here as the transcendental dynamic force of the spirit soul. So from Bhagavad Gita we understand we are all spirit soul. So spirit soul has got this transcendental dynamic force. So that force means there has to be activity. Cannot be inert. Cannot be inactive. Cannot be without any activity. That's not possible. So spirit soul means there is this transcendental dynamic force, and that is devotional service. But when the soul is polluted by material desires, then the same transcendental dynamic force is expressed through matter. And such expression of the activity of the soul through matter is nothing but material activity or sense gratification, which is the cause of our material bondage, is the cause of all suffering. Therefore, we had to purify our senses. Otherwise, the senses will have affinity for matter, for exploiting matter for some kind of enjoyment, some kind of happiness. And that happiness, which one is trying to enjoy through the senses, pursuing material desires, exploiting matter for sense enjoyment, that is considered durashaya. Durashaya, as we read in the conversation, Prabhupada says durashaya means that hope which is never to be fulfilled. Simply hoping. Forever one can be hoping that one will become happy by this sense gratification business. And it is never to be fulfilled. As long as we are bahirarthamaninaha, we have got some idea that by employing my senses in contact with sense objects for my pleasure, I can become happy. That is a hopeless hope, durashaya. That is because nate viduhu swarthagatim hi Vishnum. People do not know that Vishnu is the ultimate goal of life.